Welcome back to another video. It's been a busy few weeks here in Cornwall. The sun is out and the birds are back on our bird feeder again. We've been out in the garden and going for walks. The clear blue skies and the sun on my face feels so warm and comforting and full of the promise of the beautiful summer ahead. It feels as though the world is waking up out of a deep winter slumber. I love seeing the blossoms everywhere. The trees are coming to life after looking like skeletons for such a long time. And I find so much inspiration around me, whether it's looking for colours and patterns in the hedgerows or in fallen leaves, to the blooms and the wild flowers, which add so much needed colour to the hedgerows and the garden after a long, dull winter. Having simple forms and shapes like these to draw can keep my hand busy and my mind occupied and inspired to create. I really love going out into the world, out into nature, and using this to fuel my creativity. It gives me so many ideas of things to draw and paint and things to use in my sketchbook. So I've been diving into my sketchbook as well and using a lot of watercolour recently. This has become a newfound love of mine. I love creating a wash on the background, just getting some colour down on the page, letting it flow and do its own thing. And it's quite a meditative practice, it's quite therapeutic. You also learn to let go of control because the wash will just create its own patterns, and that's what I love about it. I can then use these as a base to draw on top of, and I also use them for my mandala orb paintings as well. So May is the focus of Mandala Orb May, and this has been really fun to delve back into this practice. I just pull up a sketchbook page and lay down some colour, and it's such a fun way to start a drawing. I can then easily draw on top of or around these, just having lots of detail in there using my black fine line pen. But this is where going out into the garden has been so important. All these wild flowers, all these shapes, these seed heads, these forms. The bluebells have been so stunning as well this spring. And all of these shapes really help to feed my creativity. They give me ideas of things to draw, and these are the sorts of things I can practice in my sketchbook. So laying down a base layer of colour and just sketching out some of these shapes on top is a really fun place to start when you go out to do either plein air, drawings, paintings, landscape drawings. Just going out on location is such a great way to find inspiration. Here I'm using my fine line pen. I love to just doodle. This is quite often something I'll do if I don't really know what to draw as well. I do have my comfort zone motifs of vine leaves and things like that, which I love to add into my work. But it's so nice to just go out into the garden and really take note of the world around me. Really notice what shapes there are around me. Flowers don't have to be a 5-petal motif. They can be these beautiful bell-shaped forms. They can be patterns on leaves. It's very interesting to me when you actually take the time to go and seek. I've also completed quite a lot of colour work throughout April. April is very much a focus on colour. I just filled a lot of pages with splurges of colour, just trying to loosen up, get more confidence in colour, thinking about the colours I use even in my line work, how I can layer colours up as well. I have got a full sketchbook tour of this sketchbook over on my Patreon, where I chat in detail about everything I have been doing throughout April, my process, and what I've been learning through doing this as well. This is why I think it's so important to have a sketchbook practice and a place to play, explore ideas, do things that are just for you as well. It really helps to develop your art, it helps to develop your skills, your style as well as your visual language. And I've had so much fun playing around with colour mixing over the last month that it's definitely helped moving forwards as I delve more into colour work in my mandala orbs project. I feel like I know where I want to start now with my colour work and the colours that I can use and blend together, how I can make colours as well. I've also been trying out watercolour for my line work, so again experimenting and pushing myself out of my creative comfort zone to try new things and new ways of working. I'm still very new to watercolour, and so it's been really fun to explore and experiment with this medium. I love working from tubes because I love the saturation that you can get and the beautiful colours you can create. Here I've also included inks in this orb as well, so using mixed media and combining materials has been so fun. I'm still learning how to layer watercolours, which I think can create some really beautiful, subtle effects, and this is something I'm really keen to play around with a lot more. Anyway, I'm looking forward to delving more into my mandala orbs, and I will see you in a video very soon where I can share much more with you. But for now, you can see more in depth what I've been up to over on my Patreon. And a huge shout out to all my patrons who are amazing and incredible, and they help to fund all of the free videos that I have here on YouTube. So thank you so much to all my wonderful patrons. If you are a patron, I will see you over there. If not, I will see you next week for another video. Lots of love. Bye.